How you doing, everybody? I'm Tony Gaglione.
I'm Shawn Adams.
This is Smacktalk.
Today we're going to start out segment 1 with UNLV and NCAA football. In case you guys didn't know, UNLV won 56-42 against New Mexico. Yeah, 3 in a row. They've already matched my projected win total of the season.
Yeah.
I said 3. They got 3. And it seems like they score more points. They might score 70 next week.
Maybe. They're playing Hawaii.
Well, that could be it could be a 70-point game.
Playing Hawaii next week. The big thing for me... No, they're here.
Oh, that's good.
The big thing for me was Tim Cornette ran for 189 yards, ran for 3 touchdowns, won a 75-yard touchdown with 3 minutes left. They were only up 1 touchdown at the time. It was 49-42. And he ran for a 75-yarder with 3 minutes left.
They were down like 14-0.
They were down 14-0 to start the game, and they came back. Caleb Herring led the team. Devontae Davis had, I think, 3 touchdowns himself. Receiving. UNLV, I hate to say this, they look dangerous on offense.
Okay, I'm sorry. I seen somebody say that watching UNLV reminded them of the Broncos.
That was funny.
Probably the Boise State Broncos, because, I'm sorry, UNLV looks good right now, but look at who they just played.
New Mexico was solid. New Mexico's been solid.
Solid?
Yeah, they've been solid.
They gave up 56 to UNLV, bro.
When's the last time UNLV's been to a bowl game?
Well, I'm the one that counts a long time.
Well, 3 more games, they're bowl eligible.
For the crappy bowl
Hey,
game.
man, it doesn't matter. It's a bowl game. It makes the university
Okay,
money.
I want to play in the Jack's Beef Jerky bowl game.
If it made you $700K, would you want to play in the Jack's Beef Jerky?
They don't get paid $700K.
Hey, man, they get paid something.
And what do they do? What does UNLV do with that money? They don't give it to the sporting program, that's for sure. They'd build a stadium by now.
Well, you know what?
Not like 8 miles away.
Look, I'm happy UNLV won.
I'm glad
you can be a hater.
Happy. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm just realistic.
Okay, UNLV.
Realistic.
They had
conference schedule starts. They got to play
they
Fresno
just played
State
conference schedule game.
Against the weak team. Fresno State.
That's 1.
Wyoming.
Okay.
Those teams are going to smoke UNLV.
We'll see what happens. They had 25 first downs. They had 320 yards passing. Caleb Herring, 1 penalty for 10 yards, and they had 27 minutes of possession.
Did they have any turnovers?
1.
1 turnover.
Yeah.
So they went from 0-0 to 1-1. So hey,
yeah.
Next week it'll be 2-2.
Yeah. Well, I think Coach Hogg is really trying to save his job. So what do you do?
He's not. You know the sad thing is
he opened up the playbook this week. That's the difference.
You know the sad thing is he probably will save his job.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing. I'm sorry.
I guess it is kind of sad.
You should go back to Montana.
UNLV, they deserve a program that is winning. With everything else that they have, football just kind of falls by the wayside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The UNLV golf team gets more notice.
National champ.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on, we're going to get on to our Heisman watch. Jordan Lynch. You guys don't know about this guy. You guys better pay attention. Northern Illinois, 207 yards passing, 3 TDs. He only had 35 rushing yards, but he had a touchdown there.
Yeah.
He's continuing to rack up the stats. Taj Boyd, definitely making a name for himself. Number 3, Clemson, 311 yards, 3 TDs. He had 16 rushing yards and 1 TD. I think he's, right now he's got to be the favorite.
I like Taj Boyd a lot.
Clemson's dangerous.
Yeah, A.J. McCarron just completely fell off. They played Arkansas. They won the game. He only threw for 180 yards passing. He had no touchdowns and 1 interception.
Can I correct you? It's Arkansas.
Whatever. And he had 1 rushing yard. Johnny Manziel passed for 261 and 2 touchdowns. He had 59 rushing yards. I still think Manziel's the front runner.
No. Taj Boyd.
Well,
number 3, Clemson. They're ranked higher. They have a harder schedule.
They have a harder schedule. They're an ACC team.
A&M's they played Georgia. They beat Georgia right after the season. That's SEC team. Good SEC team.
When Manziel played Alabama already and still ran up down. He ran all over that defense though. They lost the game because the defense couldn't stop Alabama.
They had a 2 touchdown lead most game. Alabama did. It was like 2 touchdowns the whole time. So of course he's going to run.
All right, you cocky punk. Top 25. Notre Dame lost to Oklahoma 35-21. Miami beat. Yeah, no surprise there. Miami beat South Florida 49-21. Oklahoma State lost to West Virginia. Oklahoma State was ranked number 11. They lost to West Virginia 30-21. South Carolina beat Central Florida 28-25.
LSU lost to Georgia 41-44 in probably the best game of the weekend.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Boston College gave Florida State a run for their money. Scoreline doesn't make it look as close as it was, but Boston College had them running there. A&M barely beat Arkansas.
Washington continues to impress me.
Yes.
Every week, because Arizona was undefeated and they just demolished them 31-13.
Playing at home.
Yeah.
Washington's tough place to play. The stadium rattles. Florida beat Kentucky 24-7. Like I said, Alabama still smoking.
You had a bunch of teams with bye weeks this week. You still had Oregon just knocking the crap out of Cal 55-16, which doesn't really look good for Northwestern's strength of schedule.
No, not at all. Stanford also as well. That's going to be a good matchup when Stanford and Oregon play. 55-17 against Washington State. Ohio State in a very tough matchup against Wisconsin. They're probably now the clear frontrunners out of the Big Ten.
Oh
undefeated.
Yeah, big time.
The big news is that Lane Kiffin was fired, and USC has an open coaching job. I know two guys
Jack Del Rio.
sitting in a room in Las Vegas.
Jack Del Rio.
No.
Jack Del Rio.
Shawn Adams, Tony Gaglione, co-coaches. Do a better job than Lane Kiffin. I can recruit too. I'll do like Oklahoma State.
You can go sit down at dinner.
No, I just do like Oklahoma State.
Talk to mom and dad.
Hot Southern California girls. Make love to the recruitees. Guarantee you get all the athletes. Guarantee it.
That's how most of these D1 schools do it anyway.
Jack Del Rio. Hold on.
Is
Speaking
the
of
front
D1 schools,
runner right
how
now.
do you think Alabama gets people to Tuscaloosa, Alabama? There's nothing there.
Southern Blondes.
Yeah, they're like Nick Saban's like, look at my two crystal balls. You're gonna be a pro, and look at the women. And they're like,
Dude, I don't think Nick Saban's going to be around Alabama much longer. From what I hear,
go back to the NFL.
Yeah, you know what? Either go back to the NFL. There's other coaching jobs right now that are more appealing, as far as I'm concerned, because he's kind of run his course. Don't you think?
He's done everything he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll win a national championship probably this year.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I don't know about this year, but he'll
want
win.
to see Stanford, Alabama national championship.
That'd be a great national championship.
Because Oregon's on academic probation, so they can't play.
I'd like to see Ohio State. Because Ohio State has the longest winning streak in the country right now.
Yeah, but
they went undefeated last year after the scandal thing, and they couldn't play in a bowl game. They weren't even in the rankings basically.
Well, they were in the AP rankings, just not in the BCS rankings, which is, if anyone doesn't know, this is the last year we even have to deal with this. Next year it's top 4, and you get in, you're in the playoffs.
Thank God.
Love that.
So tired. Actually, I think it's. I don't know how the system actually works, but I think they should do the top 3 and then at large.
No, at large.
You have to give the Cinderella team a shot.
Yeah, let them go undefeated in their conference.
They're still not getting in the top 4.
Hey, you never know.
They're not getting in the top 4.
Boise State.
Boise State's never in the top 4.
They were, they played in like the Fiesta Bowl a few years ago. TCU, Boise State played in the Fiesta Bowl. They were like 4 and 5.
Yeah, they matched up TCU against Boise State.
I know, but I mean,
real nice.
I'm just saying,
The BCS is just terrible, and I can't wait for this to be over. I mean, even though the BCS rankings still have a play in who goes to the playoffs, at least you'll have, you're number 4. If you got 4 undefeated teams, you have a play. You have hope, put it that way. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll probably be like Bama, Oregon,
Ohio State.
Yeah. And then
Big Ten,
else.
Pac-12, SEC, ACC.
I don't even know if an ACC team will go undefeated.
Clemson, maybe.
Florida State, maybe. Clemson, yeah.
So you're going to get teams like that. I'm Tony Gaglione. Thanks for watching segment 1 of Smack Talk.
I'm Shawn Adams. Stay tuned for segment 2. Thank you.